Yo. 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 Yo, yo, yo. Dude, is it playing in-game music? Am I tripping? It says it's playing in-game music. Not rename club, what am I doing? Game settings. Music always on off. Disable on, okay, so it's disabled. Why does it show it's played? What up, dude? William, do you hear any music, brother, from in-game? I don't want to get copyright striked. Yo, yo, yo. Nope. All right, sweet. We're good. It must be a glitch then. Must be a visual. How are we doing today, boys? Welcome. As you see, we have a few more coins than we had yesterday. In the process of open air tradable packs. The music you hear now is my music. Alright, remember, 1.5 million is break even. I need, with basically a full club, I need to open another 200 plus tradable packs from the mixed. And I need to open all my jumbo golds and the other ones as well. We're cooking, boys. Hit 1K pack save today? W, man. Alright, let me get some steps in as well. We'll start spamming tradable packs today, boys. Probably not going to make any League SBC runs at the moment. We did a few earlier with untradable packs. But we're going to try to get through as many of these as we can today. That's going to be the goal. So I had a question for you. If I'm not doing the premium mix leagues anymore, am I putting the tradable ones into upgrades or selling and discarding them? When the silver premium mix cards are... I personally, my rule of thumb is I try to list almost every single card. And if it doesn't sell within a few times, I'll just quick sell everything from my transfer list. That way you give it a chance to sell. If it doesn't, you can say, give it your best shot. How you been, bud? Glad I get to catch you live. I've been good, man. How have you been? We're making more and more packs. Grind is continuing. What's up, Mumbo? What is the difference between saving packs and saving fodder? From what standpoint? Because I would argue we're kind of doing both. I'm saving fodder just by the way I'm grinding the menus. I have essentially unlimited packs of lower end that I'm opening up, which allows us to get fodder in the process. Anything in particular with that? Peterborough feels weird and backwards not saving the Premier League cards. Oh, trust me, it's a weird thing to get used to, but once you realize just truly how many tradable cards you'll end up getting in this grind, at some point, you gotta make decisions. I should really check kits prices. I feel like we might be missing out on some easy coins. Trainer Grind, thanks for all the content for the night feeds. Legend. Hey, appreciate it, man. Hey, if you guys missed it, we have a video that went up today on the Winter Provision Pack Grind. If you guys are wanting to save these out, whether you're wanting to do a few each day, all 4, we kind of go through all the different ways I'd recommend doing it and the grinds associated with those. So instead of linking individual videos now, we're just going to continue to link the FC26 playlist of the menu grind, which is pinned in chat, and it's also first link in the description, or it should be. It should always be the newest videos in there. If we came out with a new video, it should be at the top of the list. Oh, we got an anchor as well. If you don't have the time, because now I opened up all my 130 packs and saved my fodder. What's the difference between the two? I'm so confused at your question. What you're trying to get at. If you don't have the time, because I opened all 130 packs and saved my fodder. Just in general, from what you told me, you opening your packs instead of saving them for Team of the Year doesn't give you a chance at a Team of the Year. And the fodder that you got through those packs, you would have gone during Team of the Year to use during Team of the Year at different nominee SBCs, icon SBCs, other player SBCs, so on and so forth. So that's the big difference. Like, I assume we're getting a crap ton of fodder with all the packs we're saving. I can't guarantee I'm going to get like 75, 89 rated cards, 43, 90 rated pluses, 3 Team of the Years, 7 Team of the Year nominees. Can't guarantee any of that, but we just know there's going to be a huge bulk of fodder we'll get in the process. Not even mentioning the chance of exchanges, which most likely will happen at some point. What about my silver untradeable from premium mixed leagues, by the way? We're just throwing those into silver upgrades. It really depends on how many packs you're opening and what you deem as wasteful. For most people, you probably want to keep them, because by the time you get enough Libin Suds untradeable to do 5 to 10 runs, you probably want to get away with using those silvers untradeable and be better off than a silver upgrade. For others, you're just going to have so many top nation and top league dupes that inevitably you're going to have to use those if you're not doing the premium mixed anymore. So that's really your call. That's the one where I'm halting a little bit. I'm not going as far as using those. Yeah, we are now, I think I can say it, boys. I think we're guaranteed in profit. I don't want to speak too soon, but we need less than 400K. And I think the quick sell value of our remaining packs. Also, we just got a tradable promo card. I don't even know who it is. Brooks. Let's go. How much is that? 11K? We're just going to quick sell him. Was that a jumbo gold? The jumbo gold strikes again, boys. One of the best packs in the game. W. It's a weird spot because you have to keep adding and taking the leagues away from the Pale Tool template. I would not change that. If you wanted to keep it, you could. And just do things by hand on console. Works just fine. So, like, I can put in silvers, Premier League, untradables, and whatever pops up, pops up. But, yeah. It is a little weird going back and forth with some of those. Just doing one league SBC at a time. How do I do in bulk? You watch the vid. I'm going to ask you a question back. So if you've watched the vid, what in particular are you confused about from a one-off versus doing more than one? What are you stuck on? Yeah, the important leagues. Alright, we still have the small electrums we'll get to. Let's finish the jumbo golds first. Got row. Are you only saving the 82 plus packs from League SBCs? Yes, from specific League SBCs. I'm only saving the final pack in the mix, and then the Prem La Liga section and the Prime Gold from the Premium mix. You want a treadmill? Walking pad, but yeah. Trying to get to 20k steps on the day. I think we're at like 15,000. But you didn't answer my question, Barbs. You said you watched the video and you did a single run, but you're unsure on how to turn that single run into more. What in particular from that video did you not understand from not being able to do more than one run? Like, what are you stuck on? Is it a coin situation? Is it you not having enough players? Is it a mix of the two? Is it you not recycling? Is it you not doing dailies as well? Are you doing BPM? Are you not doing BPM? You should get to more save packs than steps per day. That would be impossible. I'd literally have to rot in my chair at this point to get to a point where we got more packs than steps. How am I doing bulk? Barbs, brother, you're completely confusing the crap out of me. I have zero clue what you're asking, brother. Do you know what the word bulk means? Or is that what we're not understanding each other on? Like, what are you doing to do bulk? Bulk just means in general a lot, a ton. In this case, more than one. Doing as many as you can. So bulk in this case would be, instead of you doing one League SBC run, when you're buying out cards or grinding, you're making maybe 5 to 10 a day. 10 to 15 a day. 15 to 25 a day. 25 to 50. 50 to 75. And there's very specific methods you have to use to scale that high. I know what bulk is, but I don't know how to make a bulk. Okay, so if you watched our Mixed League video on how to start the Mixed League, have you watched our videos in the grind playlist on how specifically to get in bulk? We have tutorials where we do literally step-by-steps. We have one where we show you 10 runs live, us doing 10 runs. We have the stream, or I think it's the stream, where we covered most of the 75 runs we did. We have the ones where we talk about how we bought out 50 runs in a week and how that went, how many coins we made. We have the ones where we discuss after those 75, how many coins we made, how we did it. We have the one where we did over 300 runs. We have the one where we did over basically 1,000 runs and have more coins than what we started with, and now we're going to double down, triple down, and quadruple down. All that is there, buddy. I'm bidding all day long on the Living Suds for max 700, 800. Should I sell them for mix or do the premium ones? I now have 100k and 500k on the transfer list. Nice, man. I would say, honestly, I mean, I haven't even packed anything crazy. And we're reaching the point where I'm going to be well past 1.5 million again. Which means we're in pure profit doing our method for just spamming the mix. Doing the premium occasionally along the way. And I feel like I want to put even more coins into this. So you could probably sell all those libs and suds and just focus on the mix. And you'd probably be good. Are you on a treadmill or am I tripping? I'm on a walking pad, but basically same thing. What's up, Carlos? I'm doing good, brother. Do I just buy them one at a time and keep the packs, or do I buy players to complete, say, 10 at a time? C-Barbs, again, brother, you're going to get more in-depth tutorials if you watch the actual videos on the channel that cover these exact grinds. If you're making them in bulk, you're buying in bulk. You're not making one opening packs and then doing another one. That wouldn't technically be bulk. You're trying to save as much time as possible, but you're probably going to have a million questions on how to save even more time, best way to get the cards, which ones make more sense bidding, which ones make more sense buy now, is BPM make sense at all in it. All that are answered in videos on the channel, in that playlist. Is it okay to do marquee matchups? Still, technically, you should be doing marquee matchups every single week with the untradables in your club to make more coins. I just always usually forget. Hold up, Eusebio? Yeah. Ever thought about streaming on Twitch because you're a good streamer and you might be able to get a wider reach and or more money from streaming? That's a really good question, buddy. I have streamed on Twitch for the past 8 years. Twitch.tv/Mumble Elite. And we usually dual stream. OBS has had some issues these past few weeks, so we've taken off the dual stream feature, but we're live throughout the year on Twitch already. Twitch.tv/Mumble Elite. The link's in the description. We have links to that and all our other social media if you want to keep up to date. But yeah, we've been streaming on Twitch for ages. I used to be exclusively Twitch for a period of time. I used to do, after I did Call of Duty as my YouTube channel's content, before he made the switch to FIFA, I, for one summer, after my college job ended during the summer and I had a few weeks left, I did full-time content creation on hosting tournaments in Fortnite where I would commentate for our community and they'd play tournaments for money. It was a really interesting time. A lot of fun. You're live 11th, last live 11th of December. Yes, because we have OBS issues with dual streaming right now. That's what I just said. We're usually live streaming on both at the same time. I prefer Twitch, but you don't respond as often on there. Yeah, it seems a little more delayed for sure. If I read off the OBS thing, it doesn't seem to track as well. I have to pull up a separate Twitch chat, which when we're on console is easy to do, but when we're doing Pale Tools grinding, which I assume if you're watching us while we're dual streaming on Pale Tools, that'd be the case where your chat wouldn't be popping up. Or I wouldn't see it right away. You're going to say, oh, you're going to save them for Team of the Year? Yeah, feel free to do so. I mean, same kind of logic applies to tradable packs. If you wanted to, you could save a crap ton of tradable packs for Team of the Year. And if you're saving in bulk, something's eventually going to hit. I'm not going to say you're going to pack a Team of the Year tradable, but you'll most likely get something along the way, whether a crazy nominee, insane amount of walkouts. But I wouldn't make it where you're saving every pack imaginable and you're someone who has like 15k coins and you're wondering if that will pack you a Team of the Year. I know that's not specifically your case, but I know someone listening might think that. And be like, okay, Mumbo's saying to save every pack now. I'm going to save my bronze pack that I got from one win in squad battles. Mumbo, you didn't get I didn't get a Team of the Year. You lied to me. How many of the daily winter packs are you guys doing right now? Are you trying to do all 4? The winter provision upgrades, or are you guys not caring as much about them? Also, too, I have my Bible study later tonight, so we have a little more than an hour left on the stream. It'll be about an hour and a half, hour 45 stream today. A little bit shorter. Trying to do all four with the grind, I think it's a no-brainer. Yeah. If you guys watched the video right when I put it up, I added a, not a disclaimer comment, but I added a thing in the comment section where I did mention, technically speaking, if you bought out 85s and did that daily, it would be considered great value for the amount of gold commons and gold rares you'd be getting and the price that gold commons and gold rares are usually at on the market versus the amount you're getting untradeable. The only issue with that logic, though, is for most people, you have no issue getting gold commons and gold rares. I would say gold commons are easier than gold rares. So you're not really in a position where you're going to be realistically buying those out in bulk anyways. But I'm curious to see what the requirements are for the crafting upgrade. Hopefully the crafting upgrade starts Friday as well when the promo starts. If we have to wait till like Monday, that would suck. If we get on Saturday, that wouldn't be the worst. We could go live after the Sunderland game. We don't pack 85s, which I'm not. If they weren't capped at a low rating, it would be a no-brainer. I think they capped it for that reason. Oh, did we open an untradeable pack? What am I doing? How do you know there will be a crafting upgrade? We covered it in our newest video if you missed it. There's the leaks. But no, I'm dead serious. If we quick sold all the stuff in my club right now that I've been stocking, the gold commons, the silver rares, the silver commons, not even factoring in the packs we have yet to open, I think we infinitely clear 1.5 mil. And if we get a decent pack pull in the process, very, very clear. This is turning out to be really good. Which makes me think we don't even need to sell the Team of the Weeks. We can keep those as an investment, and we can put even more coins into League SBCs. I might take this even crazier, if that's even possible. I might see if I can get down to 0 coins. Walkout tradable. Wish they didn't make you not be able to use golds in the mixed league Saudi league section. The wording of that was very confusing to read. You wish they allowed you to use golds. Yeah, but them capping it gives it a little bit more value, which is helpful. So it's not the worst thing in the world. The same thing that costs a little more makes you more coins too. So like for things like BPM, if people are spamming BPM, that's going to be a fantastic tool. Will you do the base icon upgrade pack 3 times today? No. I'm probably not going to do it even once. We could do it. We have plenty of fodder. I just don't want to waste my fodder. We'll see, though. We got baited a few times before with donations. People saying, if I donate, will you do it? We got to stick strong. Save the fodder. We got a crazy promo coming. And by crazy, I mean better than the one we currently have. Mumbo, guess how many packs I've saved for winter wildcards? 35. Wait. Am I tripping? Is my screen glitched? Why does it show he's a Newcastle player? Wait, do you guys see the Newcastle badge on there? Oh, not her. That's weird. What does it say the heading is? Finishing 82. That's incorrect. Yeah, that card might be glitched, man. That should be a Sunderland player. Do you know if League SBCs are refreshing tomorrow? It would be Thursday if they went away, wouldn't it be? But I'm pretty sure they're... Oh, it is tomorrow. Why did I think it was normally on Thursdays? I would assume they would refresh. Occasionally you'll have it before it gets to the end. They'll just add on another 2 weeks. If I had to guess, this would be my assumption. The same exact thing would come back, and they would have like the winter wild card look to the SBC. So they'd add like the little winter ornaments hanging off or something. But I would assume it'd be the same exact thing. If it goes away though and doesn't come back and nothing replaces it, prime time to invest in Living Suds. And if they never come back and nothing else replaces it, that's an even bigger problem we have on our hands if there's no exchanges. So, either way, something will happen. 0? Nope. I don't save packs. I have a bad case of premature epaculation. Hey, we've all struggled with that over the years, man. You were not the only one. Alright. Does anyone know what the 10-player packs are going to be during Winter Wildcards? I saw with the daily login a ×10 upgrade thing. But I couldn't get any confirmation for what it is. Is it going to be like a 75 plus ×10? Is it going to be like a daily amount you can do? Is it going to be unlimited? You don't know. Alright, so we have some premium mix still. We'll just keep opening the small Electrum, I guess. You saw 79 × 5? Think it's going to leave and we get infinite crafting? Wait, you think League SBCs are going to leave? Dude, honestly. If we went away from League SBCs and went towards like a crafting upgrade with multiple sections of like gold players, gold commons and gold rares for tradable packs, that would be the dream. Like, one of the reasons, if you guys think our grind's crazy now for League SBCs, wait till we get exchanges. You're going to see me run the most wild experiments. We're going to be doing, like, 3 million coins into 89 fodder. Seeing how many coins we can get back from exchanges rinsed all the way through. It's going to be a great time. And the menus are going to crop again. Beautiful. All right, how many steps are we on, boys? I'm telling you right now, all you guys need to get walking pads over the holidays. I'm not only going to convince you to grind the menus in this game, we're going to convince you to get over 10k steps a day. It's the new movement. Even though it's not new, we've been doing it for 2 years on and off. What should we call it? Life maxing? gonna start getting a crap ton of dupes now. Trust the process, fellas. Pulled Mbappe from a run of the mix. Coins are down 200k since Black Friday, but the club value to the moon. Yeah, the one nice thing is, like, no matter how many coins you have, the club value just infinitely goes up. That's not going to be a problem in the slightest, which is really nice. But for most people, they want, if not all their coins back, they want to make coins also while doing it. So for a lot of people, they're not satisfied with getting most of them back. If they put in 2 million and lost 50k, but it took them 3 weeks to go through all the packs, in my head, that would be worth it. And again, for most of us too, we're saving packs for Team of the Year. So it's not even the fact that we lost those coins. We just don't see the full end of the grind yet. Which is even more evidence that it works. And I can't wait till we get to 1.5 mil liquid again to show you guys, like, hey, this is now X amount of weeks in. We still have all these untradeable packs left. We have more coins than we originally started with. We're going to do more runs than we did before. We're going to buy out maybe even more expensive, be even more quote-unquote wasteful, and still be in the positive. I want to go negative, boys. I want to start losing coins. Because in my head, that would mean that we're going even harder. But it's just not on the cards right now. For now, the only pack I'm saving is Mixed League Group Reward. Because I actively play the game and want to have a good team. I mean, you don't even need to... I feel like you can get an easy team just by buying cheap cards too. Or doing decent SBCs. What division are you, buddy? Also, I think Lib and Suds are down a little bit in price today versus yesterday. They were like 1,200 to 1,400. I think they're closer to 1K now. So if you guys were looking for an opportunity to get them cheaper, I think they're actually under 1K. Can I bid on players, or do I need to buy now to make 25 runs a day? There's a min-max method that you can do with bidding and buy nows, switching between console and Pale Tools. If you really want to min-max everything. In general, though, Pale Tools buy now to see what you have and what you don't have is going to save you so much time in duplicates, which can't be avoided if you want to scale. But especially if your club's empty, you should have no problem bidding for a bit, I would say. What do you do as your job? Product marketing. Unless you're getting 14 to 15 wins, you can play champs with a 100k team. True. And even if you don't get 14, 15 wins, you can have a team worth almost 10 million coins and just never play the game besides the menus. Is that why I'm good at trading? I really don't think I'm good at trading. I feel like, not to discredit our methods, but I feel like our methods are pretty simple. We just consistently do it. And I feel like that's my favorite type of thing to do. I don't like making 10 million different videos on, like, you need to do this trading in this moment at this time to benefit. I'd rather do, hey, this has value. Regardless of what its value is, pick it up less than the buy now. Do it consistently, you'll make coins. Or save coins. I like that a lot more. The bin softban's a pain on Pale Tools. Yeah, there's some workarounds. You can do the add card to watch list method, and it'll get you the opportunity to get more cards. But that's when I switch back and forth between PC, web app, companion app. PCPL tools, web app, companion app, and console to get around that. Hey, Mumbo, any menu grind advice for PC players because PC market is shite? Yes. My number one advice I can give to PC players every single year is if PC is the only option you ever have and you can't afford a console, just know that when it comes to menu grinding, you're already limiting the market you have and the people willing to buy and sell. So the methods still work and they're still doable. Just to scale them is a lot more difficult. So my advice would be understand you're in a limited market, have patience with that. And if you have to tweak the grind a little bit to your liking, for example, if Saudi and Romanian league players are uber expensive, you might spend a little bit more time on BPM because if you get them from BPM, it pays even more for the bronze pack, making you more coins on the BPM side of things. If you're getting the cards tradable in packs, but you're also spamming them and getting a lot untradeable, maybe you sell the tradable ones and keep the untradables as a healthy balance. But ultimately, it comes down to getting the cards. I don't think buy nows really affect that at all when you're buy now in cards and get them in the club. The only one that really, I think, truly affects it is the Saudi Romanian League section, which if their price is instead of the 150, 200, 250 that you usually get on console, it's like 400 to 500. That's a blessing and a curse. Makes it infinitely more valuable than on console. But if you're trying to buy out that section in bulk, it's going to be more difficult. So maybe that is you spamming BPM and bronze upgrades until you get a certain amount of that section, and then you buy out everything else. There's like little workarounds you can do like that and little tweaks. That'll save you coins in the long run. Constant time to live in suds were crazy. I think we got 2030 for the 150. What came out today that made it so cheap? I'm usually not on during the week as of recently, so I don't see stuff right when it comes out. Was there like a tradable pack with silvers? I got 1 mil, but don't really want to lose coins. All of it. What's the best way for me to do 25 runs a day? I would take a look at our grind playlist, buddy. We show you me doing 10 runs, what that looks like. I make videos on me doing 50 to 75 runs. And I have ones of me, since Black Friday, having 1.5 mil, doing hundreds of runs, having more coins than I started with, and then doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down to the point we are now, where we have over 2,000 packs saved. Or not 2,000 packs saved, over 1,250 packs saved. And we're going to have even more packs coming. We're going to have even more coins coming. And our coins don't seem to be going down. So I would say the method works. And that's without crazy pack pulls tradable. Obviously, we got Eusebio untradable, but that doesn't count towards our coins. You only have 16 packs saved? New player pick gives two. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense then. And do you buy now? Not all of my players. A lot of my players I do. Again, I would watch the grind playlist. We have tutorials on every method that I would recommend at each stage of the grind. We have like our intro to the SBC. If you've never done the mix for, if you're trying to do 1 to 5 runs a day, that might make sense. But past that, if you're trying to get to 10, 15 a day, 15 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 75 like we have, most of it becomes buy now. And it honestly isn't even wasting coins. It saves you so much time. And as we've shown on stream over and over again, the coins just are not going away. They keep staying around, so we're doing something right. Would you say it's worth doing the 80 and the 85 PP in the winter provision packs and spamming premium mix daily? Sure. If you can afford it, it makes you happy, go for it. Honestly, I was thinking of getting a console just for this game, but still contemplating because I'm a PC man. I mean, I'm going to say something. Doesn't mean to do it. But I'm going to explain something I know for a fact. I know there are people who use our methods for either League SBCs or libsud flipping, make tens of millions of coins a year, and in that process, sell things on their account for real life money that can definitely get you banned, but also make them enough money to buy consoles. Worth saving both daily golds until the craft upgrade? I would say so. Yeah, if you're already doing our menu grind, you'll notice me. I'm starting to save, where are they? I'm saving the provision packs. I have some silver player packs I don't really need. I have 75 3 gold common player packs. I have, where are they? 120 gold upgrades. If I ever need to get rid of those. Probably won't, though. Wait, what? Yeah, there's people who make a lot of money each year doing just trading in general and selling coins on their account in every community in FIFA. It's breaking the terms and conditions and can get you banned, but there are people that make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year. Easily. Using those methods. And the earlier on the year you have the coins, the more expensive the coins are in terms of their worth. Good day, sir. Do you think the next upgrades will be identical, mix and premium? I hope and think it will be. We have some people that think it's going to go away completely and get replaced with a different kind of grind. Supposedly there's something about a 79 times 5. That would be sick. We just need something, whether it's exchanges, another crafting grind. I really don't care what it is. I would love for the mix to come back exactly how it is so we can keep doing this, but if it changes, a lot of you guys will want to know what to do, so we benefit either way. That's crazy. I mean, think of it, right? Think of it logically for a second. Let's work this out math-wise. You know how often people will want to get a new cosmetic in the game? Or get a promo pack that will pack them nothing? So like here, includes one rare gold player, 1 of 4, rated 87 or higher. Probably get them like an 88 or 89. They spend 500 FIFA points. What is 500 FIFA points? $5. How many coins was that? 80,000 coins. There's people that can make hundreds of thousands of coins a day easily. And obviously you're not going to get a 1-to-1 in terms of, oh, it costs X amount for FIFA points, so you'd sell for that amount. But if you get even a fraction of it, you can see how quickly people could stack money. But again, that can get you banned, so. So basically it's a second job for them. You want to know an even bigger hack that's more common than you think? There's people who buy the top 100 Discord servers, make like 10 million plus coins within the first month or two. That alone pays infinitely more than the money they got to get into the server. And then they just cash out a big amount of money and rinse and repeat the cycle each year. Over and over and over. So yeah. Yo, boss, nice videos. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. I've watched, like, all your vids, and I kind of get it. Going to buy, like, 100K worth of players now. Any suggestions on things I should do when I do it? Am I spelling so bad? No, you're good, brother. I would say what a lot of people lack with these methods is watching the videos is great to understand the grinds. But I think the thing that will teach you the most is also actively doing it and learning as you go. And going through the motions, seeing it for yourself, makes it a lot more believable. I could say all the stuff that I've been saying about the amount of coins I'm making, the amount of packs I'm making, none of that's going to matter if you guys don't think you can do it yourself. So use that as an example. You bought 100K worth of players. If that's split between all 4 of those sections and you're starting to do the grind, start seeing, okay, how many additional runs am I getting with the untradables? What tradables am I getting? Are they live-in suds? Can I sell them for a K plus each of those? How many coins of that are we getting back? How many walkouts are we getting? How many promo cards are we getting? Are we packing anything tradable? Maybe we got 95% of the coins back, but we're also saving some packs. So once we eventually open those coins will come back in other ways. Are you doing marquee matchups and things like that? Hey, you notice you got most of the coins back, if not profit, maybe you can scale it a little bit more. Or if you notice Saudi and Romanian League is usually the more expensive one, and those happen to be down at the moment, maybe now's a good time to restock those accordingly. Or vice versa with other leagues. So it's like little things like that, little tweaks here and there. Once you get more familiar with the prices and their ups and downs, help a crap ton. I'll give you an example of one the other day. When the Saudi League cards were down, or not Saudi League, when the Libin Suds were down to like 500, 600 that you could win on bid, I put like 300 in my club for Libin Suds. And they basically doubled in price within 48 hours. And we sold all those for double price. Or close to double price. I think I ended up selling my remaining few last night for like 1,100. Which if we bought them at 600 is not technically double, but it's just stuff like that that you pick up on. Which will make it a lot easier. Brother, there's no way you watch all those videos in that time. I can almost confirm there are people that whether they watch the videos or they just let it play, we have people that will watch 58 minutes of a 59-minute bronze pack mixed league tutorial. Analytics can confirm it. What can I do with 500K to make the most packs of it? Luca, I would do our mix grind. If you haven't seen our mix, it's in the grind playlist. Once you get the hang of the mix, I would scale it to about 25 to 50 a day if you can. How do you have over 500 gold packs? We grind the game. If I were to do that, I think I would do it on a different account. So one for trading and making coins to sell. One to play the game and grind myself. I think they can get you IP wise as well. So that could get both accounts banned. But like I said, I don't do it personally. So I have no idea how that exactly works. One last question. Do you recommend me doing BPM for Saudi Romanian, or do I still buy? Yes, we answered that before when you asked. The workaround I'd recommend is if the Saudi Romanians are more expensive, you make more coins back on the long run on the backside with the amount tradable and untradable you get. That will either save you coins or make you coins if you sell it. But also you can spam BPM and bronze upgrades before you start the section and then buy out the other 3 sections once you have a good base. Those would be the workarounds I'd recommend. I've watched most of your vids 3 times. I still don't understand any of them. C-Barbs, can I ask you a question, brother? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? All right, Tism. How did you know I have Tism, Luca? Who told you? What gave it away? Was it the 75 runs in a day? Hi, how you doing? I'm doing fantastic, buddy. How are you, brother? Do you start spamming bronze upgrades after transfer market is full from BPM from dupes? If your transfer market is full from dupes from BPM, you're not doing BPM the way I'd recommend it. So I would say that's a false concept of what I'd recommend. I would follow our BPM guides. into bronze upgrades, which will help eliminate that factor altogether and speed up that whole process. When did bronze, rare, Serie B, and Bundesliga 2 go up to 300? They constantly go back and forth between that. Especially the bronzes. Or you said bronze rares, yeah. They'll kind of match the price of the silver rares on bid. Whenever they're down, you save like 100 to 250 coins, which is great. But it really doesn't affect it much if you're trying to do them in bulk. Because there's not that many Serie B, Bundesliga 2 bronze rares. You're going to mainly have to get these silver rares anyways. I'm 15, I'm just stupid. No, I don't think you're stupid, buddy. But I think you have an issue where, again, like I said before, you can watch the video and understand the idea that we're going for. But I think you're one of those people who has to be more hands-on. You have to see the physical evidence of you doing the same methods yourself and seeing it work in real time for you to want to fully commit to it. Brother, you know what I was doing at 15? When I was 15, I was bidding on gold commons and quick selling them to make 7 coins a card back in the day. That was my way of making coins. I would pack a tradable discard gold South Korean center back in form, and I'd flex it to my friends because I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then if you fast forward a few years after that, I was literally doing silver bidding and making videos on it on the 8 Readman 8 channel. And if you find that channel, if I ever pull it back up again, it's funny because that was ages ago, but you just hear, yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy 8 Readman 8. Today I'm going to show you how to make coins on silvers. We're about that life, baby. Based on your experience, do you think Sudla will go higher than 1 to 1.2k? Yes and no. If they ever do, it would be temporary. You got to remember, BPM is the market equalizer, and so are the packs. If the libs and suds ever get too expensive, people will not buy them out as much as they'll spam BPM, and the spamming the BPM will automatically take their price down, where it's within that, usually like the low end 600 bids you can win, high end like 1500 buy now. In that range, usually in the middle is the sweet spot. If they get too cheap, people buy out the cards and do the jumbo gold for pure profit. If they get too expensive, people do it less, but they have more value and BPM brings them back down. So they end up balancing either way. W Trader. Like, I play basketball, and when my coach writes plays on boards, I don't understand it until I'm actually doing it myself. That was the way when I was a football player. I would have to visualize. If the coach is talking about a drill, I'd have to see him walk through the drill in real time. Otherwise, you'd get utterly confused. Yeah, so maybe, just maybe, try this instead. If you're just watching the video, I would maybe recommend trying to do it alongside while you're doing the video. Or at least if you're not doing it alongside, see which section I'm doing, the methods I'm doing, and go to your console or go to Pale Tools and see if you can walk through those steps, and if that makes more sense. Like, if you've never seen me do Pale Tools buy nows or bids, where the cards are grayed out and not grayed out to see what we have or not, that makes it infinitely easier to understand, oh, this is how I take it from 5 a day to 10 a day to 25 a day if I didn't want to get all dupes constantly. That makes a crap ton of sense. I have 6 Irene Prentice in my storage. I have 30 cards in storage. I've had enough packing her. That's why I can't menu grind or trade. I do it slow. You also are a literal child who has other life things going on. So if you were a master at menu grinding, I'd have bigger questions for a 15-year-old that's spending that much time on this game. Like, it's a good problem to have that you're not great at it. You can get better for sure, like most people will, but again, there's levels to it for a reason. Like, even me, if, for example, my Bible study tonight, if I wanted to grind the menus more and I said to myself, hey, let me just take tonight off of my Bible study. I see those people every single week at church. I see them in my Bible study on Tuesdays. I can take a week off. It doesn't matter. But then next week rolls around and I already got in the habit of now skipping that. And it felt nice to spend another hour and a half to 2 hours on the game. That's cool. What happens if it's a little windy outside the next day and it's snowing? Later in the weekend, I'm like, I don't really feel like driving to church. If I don't go to church today, I could probably spend another few hours on the game. Let me do that. Slowly but surely, those communities fade out of my life. I'm spending all my time here. Same thing with working out. Instead of me going to work out, I'm on my walking pad now, obviously. If I said, hey, me taking that pre-workout and waiting 20 minutes to go work out, but then spending an hour working out each day. Imagine if I did another hour of just doing Pale Tools instead. I could make so many more packs for Team of the Year. But in the process of me not burning calories working out or putting on muscle, I may be sitting in front of my monitor even longer than I already am. And in the process of doing that, I also am making poor food choices. Because I want to fuel myself being in front of here, so I'm going to go eat junk food. And then before you know it, those things start snowballing. And you no longer have that community you once had. Those friends you aren't as close with. You're eating more than you're working out. And you might not notice it right away. You might do it for a day or two and think, oh, I didn't really notice that much of a difference. But months from now, you maybe wake up one day and you're like, I don't recognize this person I see in the mirror. Same thing kind of applies the other way with the menu grind. Day to day, you might not notice a huge difference with the amount of packs you save or the amount of coins you're making. But if you're consistent in making the packs or trading or making coins without it taking over your life, if you're in the process of making 25 to 50K a day, within a few weeks, you have 1 million plus coins and you're chilling. And the philosophies that got you there in the first place, those systems you set up to make you coins and packs, will continue helping you make coins down the line. And even more coins than you could make before. What we're talking about is discipline. I'm a boxer personal trainer. We thrive off of discipline. Yep. Discipline's 100% a big part of that. Got deep? Hey, it's all deep. Everything is either surface level or deep. Depends on how you want to look at it. There are hidden meanings and lessons in everything we do, whether you see them or not. You can say we're just playing a video game, but ultimately it's deeper than that. Why are you here watching a random American, probably super late night for you, play a video game that you don't even want to play that often because the gameplay sucks? Are you watching it because you're just trying to learn something you didn't know before? Or do you view this also as like a community you enjoy being in? Both of those things can be a great thing, but if you analyze it more, there's probably more meaning in it than you realize. Apply that to, like, I don't know, let's say work. Maybe at your work you don't feel like the time you're putting in is valued, or you're not making as much money as you feel like you should. But the menu grind, you're making coins, you're making packs, you constantly feel the work you're putting in is getting rewarded, and you're involved in a community of other people who give you props for doing the same exact thing. That might make it a bigger deal for you. But now think of that in a negative light. Think about people who chase that in other things like gambling. I mean, technically this is gambling on the low end, but you know what I mean. Imagine like chasing that high with putting money into a slot machine. Or putting it all on black and hoping for the best. Almost 130 packs now, 80 last night. W. Brother PC's worse. I'm really considering focusing more on PC. FIFA is trading is so good on there. With those coins, I can spam more SBCs. However, I would still play console 2 here. He's actually not wrong. So I don't take back anything I said about PC when it comes to menu grind. I will say in general, though, if you know how to trade, there are a ton of coins to be made on PC because there's way less people actively looking at cards, too. So even though there might be less total supply, there's still a crap ton of ways to make coins. Just most people don't know how. And I'm obviously not on the game, so I can't do those same methods. But there's people that in previous years, when we would talk about menu grinds, they'd be like, Mumble, I've made like 25 mil this year just buying out Living Suds in bulk and flipping them daily. I'm just going to buy out League SBCs at a higher price, but then recycle them. It's like, all right, do what works for you. I thought you're from UK or Europe. Nope, I am from the United States of America. For me, it's so much easier. Yeah, whatever works. Words of Iron Mike, even if you hate what you're doing, do it like you live it. Without discipline, you're nothing. Without discipline, the slightest struggle, you give up. It's all about resistance, right? And like, you can view resistance as the amount of SBCs you do. Most people can't hop on and get to 75 in a day, nor is it recommended, but you slowly build up the tolerance for it. You get yourself there over time. I like going to the gym because of so much people and not knowing half the equipment. But if I had at my house, could easily go to the gym every day. I completely relate to that mindset because I was that way when I was 18 and even honestly up until my early 20s. But as someone who went through that and literally was not only intimidated of the equipment and the people at the gym, like I would get sick to my stomach feeling like everybody was looking at me. Working through that has been one of the biggest blessings in my life because the gym is one of the... It's weird. When you're new to it, it seems like a huge struggle and something that sucks. But when you do it enough, it becomes a thing you look forward to. In a like positive way to get dopamine and reward yourself. Like think about it. How many aspects of life can you on a daily basis go and push yourself to your limits where you feel like you're absolutely breaking and you don't know whether or not you can do it? And then once you've done it, you've proven to yourself, I was able to do something that I didn't think was possible. And then show up and do that again. And then again, months later, look back and be like, what once was impossible to me, now I know is completely possible. I wonder what other lies I've been telling to myself. I wonder what other areas of my life I use that same logic and maybe defeated myself before I even began. Maybe I didn't think I was good enough for that job, so I never applied. Maybe I didn't think I was good enough for that person, so I never asked them out. Maybe I never thought I could win a Foot Champs game, so I didn't even attempt to qualify for Foot Champs. That's the right thing to do. Don't play Foot Champs. Waste of time. But that's truly life, man, right? It's crazy how much just a positive mindset and believing in yourself can do when it comes to those areas. Ukrainian managers are extinct. Do you know if there's any bronze ones, buddy? I'll have to take a look. PC market is barely any competition. I made around 1 mil in 3 days from 25k flipping gold, shadow, and hunter players. W, man. People are looking at you working out. It's because you're motivating them to keep going. They aren't looking at you making fun. They're looking at you to see if you can learn and improve, or using your grind and determination to fuel themselves. It's funny because, like, as someone who used to be, I wouldn't say severely overweight, but definitely overweight, I had, and still do to a certain extent, have negative, like, views on my own body. And I have body dysmorphia to the point where I just automatically know I'm never going to feel like my body looks good enough, or I'm never going to be happy with it. So it's always going to be a work in progress. But when I see overweight people that are in the gym working hard, and I look at them, it's literally through the perspective of like, dang, I see myself in this person. I'm so proud that they even took those steps to come here. Because again, in a lot of cases, if you ask those people, it's the same thing. They're extremely intimidated. They think people are going to make fun of them. But truly, it's like one of the most welcoming communities as well. Yep. Same goes for like extremely underweight people, super skinny, who have no muscle whatsoever. They're going to think everyone's looking at them because they're super weak. But really, it's like, dang, I can't wait to see what this person looks like in a few months if they stick to it. And like, that's one of the things about like the New Year as well. Like, there's a stereotype in the gym that everyone goes during the New Year as their resolution of I want to work out more. And then within a month, all those people go away. But it's like a 50-50 if you ask people in the gym community. It's like one half thinks, oh, it sucks that there's so many people that go to the gym during this time. They're going to take up all the equipment. But I'm kind of the other side of that, where it's like I see it, it's like, dang, so many people are going to, for the first time either ever or for the first time in a while, start valuing their health a little bit more when it comes to physical activity. That'll be really cool to see these people in here continuously throughout the year. How'd you become a Sunderland fan in the U.S.? It's not a big on football. I think that perception is actually inaccurate. I would say the United States, in terms of the amount of people who like this sport, it's one of the most popular sports, and there's a huge fan base. Just the amount of people in the United States is way more than like a European country, so it's going to look a little bit different in terms of like percentage of people. But there's so many people that watch the Premier League. As someone who's played football my whole life, traveled constantly to play games, got scouted constantly, my life revolved around the sport completely, so I always watched Premier League. I didn't have like a home club to root for in the Premier League, obviously, but fell in love with Sunderland, randomly landed on them when playing FIFA when I was a little kid. My buddy was a United supporter, and since then it's been nothing but pure torture and depression up until the past few years. But I wouldn't change it for the world then. Opposite problem here. I'm very underweight and I'm afraid to go to the gym. Hey, brother, I'm telling you, if you don't want to do something, you definitely don't have to do it. But don't let that fear be the thing that stops you from experiencing it. If anything, that fear should entice you to try it once. In those worst case scenarios that you have in your head, if it doesn't go that horribly, you'll probably tell your brain like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. And it'll slowly get easier and easier. I'm just average, like I have muscles, I can feel my abs and see them. I just need to have a good diet, and if I went to the gym consistently. I mean, you're also, too, you're a literal child, buddy. Like, obviously, you're not going to have a perfect diet. Your days are going to look different. And you shouldn't want to, like, perfectly diet or any of that stuff. You're a child. Enjoy being a child. Obviously, try to be as healthy as you can, but, like, you have the rest of your life to slowly learn those things. The sooner the better, obviously, of gaining wisdom in areas. But, like, again, I look back to me, and my whole thing was, like, I started when I was 18, really going to the gym. I think to myself, it's like, dang, what was I so afraid of? I wish I would have started a little sooner in terms of, like, putting myself out there. Team leader starts January 13th. Voting or the, like, one of the sections, like defenders or attackers or midfielders. That's perfect, though, because that means it'll be by the end of team of the year. Be the end of January, beginning of February, most likely, which works perfect for my schedule. Because I have football off for the next 2 months. So my football league, our session 1 ended last week, and we're not signed up for session 2. We're on a wait list. It doesn't look like we'll be put on. So we have to wait another, like, 8 weeks. So I get to grind even harder before the second week of February. And that's perfect with Team of the Year lineup. And my birthday's on January 31st. So hopefully we can get a birthday Team of the Year again. Like we got Mbappe last year on my birthday. Some big packs leak, but I don't know if there's store packs. Watch your tutorial videos, but I don't understand how you're making coins. I'm on PC. I buy the Mixed League SBC in bulk, did around maybe 50 runs, saving the small rare players pack, but I'm losing coins. So when you say you're losing coins, buddy, What do you mean by that? Are you losing coins in the sense of you're down coins from when you originally started and you have no tradable players left? Or are you, in like my case, you have less coins than you started with, but you have hundreds of thousands of tradable things in your club that you have yet to sell? Because that's a big difference. Reach your first milestone, 100 packs. W, man. One of my mates goes to the gym every day, and his physique is so inspiring. He said he's only been to the gym 6 months as well. Dude, the newbie gains are great as well. Like the gains people make when they first start weightlifting, you can see results relatively quickly. And progression seems great. Same thing with like most things in life. Early on, you can see a little slowly a snowball start forming in terms of progression. But it's when it starts getting more difficult to see those that you have to kind of separate the mindset of like, I'm going, therefore I see results, versus I'm going, I'm dedicated, and over time I see results. Because if you're only driven by each time you're seeing an increase in things, there's going to be times you plateau, there's going to be times where life things happen. You might break your leg, and what you used to be able to squat, you no longer can squat the same, but you build up over time. You support Burrow? Hey. Burrow's not doing too bad this year. They're battling like usual, but they're doing better than expected. You think they're going to make playoffs? I also hope you're doing great. I'm doing fantastic, man. Thank you for asking. Can't say the same. I'm a Barca fan. Here's a good one for you. I just did 78 PPs with some of my rare untradables and commons. Got 285s in a team of the week. W. You, man, you need to see my Arturo Vidal Evo. Where can I send it to you to have a look? If you want to post it in our Discord channel in the description, you can, or !Discord. Or if you want to DM me on Discord too. We'll see it either way. Dude, I saw some random card have almost all 90 plus stats already. Which is crazy. Did we have any games on tomorrow? Or is it still cup games mainly? Maybe lower leagues are played. Chelsea beat Cardiff today. When does AFCON start? Oh, maybe you're not bottling as much as I thought. I think it was earlier in the season. You guys were relatively high up earlier, right? And then you lost a few in the span of a few games. But yeah, now you're second place by a little bit. Hopefully you can keep that, but I still think you guys will bottle in the top half of playoffs. We'll see though. If it was the two teams, Coventry and Borough, to go up automatically, that would be a really good Premier League if Sunderland stays up. The matchups would be absolute quality. Based on of the leak pack, it could be an exchange. Ooh, or a store pack. Could I have to sleep, have energy for school, and still have energy for training later on? See you, brother. You saved the new exchange pack? Yeah, I'm waiting for the crafting upgrades. And I'll open it then. We haven't lost under Kim yet. Luckily, we got result against good teams. Who would you say are your best few players right now? Is Sheffield starting to climb again? It'll be interesting to see if Sheffield makes playoffs with how bad of a start they had. United, that is. Wednesday's going to be lucky if they can get positive points by the end of the season. Yeah, I like the look of that playoffs right now. Preston, I think, deserves to be there. Millwall deserves to be there. Ipswich, obviously a newly relegated team from the Prem, will always be near playoffs or automatic promotion, so they're going to be in the mix. Hull's rebuilt a little bit, but still, it's still early in the season. So much can happen. Winter transfer window, you can have some crazy loans come in. You could lose some players in the winter to the Prem for like 10 mil. How do people reinvest? The Championship is one of the most entertaining leagues in the world for those reasons. 100%. Like, not only do you have to have a good team, you have to have a well-run club because they can very quickly go really well or really poorly. Love Hackney, man. Alien's doing well? Can you try to read my comment above, please? What'd you say? I'm only starting to pack grind now. Should I open the Prime Electrums and Jumbo Golds and keep the rest? If you haven't seen any of our grind videos, we recommend always, for me at least, I save the final pack from the mix to open everything else. And for the premium mix, I save the Prime Gold at the end and the Prem La Liga pack. The other three sections, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga 1 Eredivisie, and Lib Sud, I open those sections. And that's how I recommend you guys do it too, if you're saving. Do you have to follow that? You don't have to, but it's what I would do. It's in 80, 10, 80, 15. 80 plus times 15. Dude, I saw an 80 plus times 100. Was that fake? That had to be like a store pack or something. Do I open tradable packs when I'm doing the League SBC grind? Yes, but when you open them depends on how you're doing them. If you're doing one run to one run, you're probably going to open them. If you're doing bulk, you're probably going to open them all at the same time towards the end of the bulk. Conway's good, just struggles to score, but can tell when he's not on the pitch. Should I save packs for Friday or Team of the Year? Why not both? Why not both? If you guys are starting to build up packs, put a certain percentage towards this promo if you want to try to pack one of these cards. But also, too, if you have any amount of coins and any amount of packs in your any amount of menu grind already, I can almost guarantee you we're going to get some good pack pulls, and we're going to enjoy this menu grind even while saving the amount of packs we do. It's not like we're missing out. We'll still get stuff. I'm sure there'll be player picks and stuff again, so your off leagues you can send into there. And if you're dropping the premium at times, you have so many more gold commons and gold rares that you can now put in that are untradeable from the mix. That'll make you more player picks, more gold upgrades, other repeatable SBCs that are out. If we get exchanges or something too, that'd be nice. So, to put into more perspective too, guys, we're now to the point where I am 300,000 coins less than when we started. We almost have a full transfer list. We have a lot of Lib and Suds. I don't think we have any more informs that we've packed to sell. The rest are investments, so those don't count. We still have well over 100 packs of tradable stuff that's usually around 1K value or above per pack on average. And we have hundreds, if not 1,000 plus players and other consumables, managers, manager leagues, stuff like that in our club to sell on. So I'm officially calling it. We are going to be well above the 1.5 mil, which means we're going to go even more insane. We're going to take this even crazier. I'm going to go to 0 coins next time and see how that goes. Most of the time what happens is the best players leave for the big teams but end up having snowball effect if they don't get replacements. Yep, but it goes both ways too. If you're if you are buying, no offense to the championship, but like Sunderland's a perfect example of this. If you are doing well in the championship and it's mid-season or the end of the season, and you're a team that was in the championship trying to stay up in the Prem, realistically, if your market is championship quality players that maybe are trying to prove it in the Prem, most of the time it's not going to be worth the money. Sunderland got over 10 mil for Ross Stewart, who had a horrific injury record. Ross Stewart is still one of my favorite players ever. Love him to death. If it was without injuries, he'd be a quality Prem striker. But Southampton took the gamble on him because of his championship experience, and they spent over 10 mil for him, and he barely played any games. He constantly got injured, and he didn't help them stay up. And then even when they went back down, he didn't get a lot of play time. When he would play, he'd do well, then he'd get injured with something else a few weeks later, and then be out for another 5 to 6 months. So it's like, it's great if you want to take the gamble. Ipswich is a perfect example. Ipswich bought a championship dream team, and that really wasn't enough to keep them up. They didn't do horribly. There's games where they competed, but there wasn't standouts like how Sunderland's building. But again, not everyone was in Sunderland's financial situation. Sunderland was very unique with the amount of money they're able to spend, will continue to spend due to PSR reasons of the sales they've made, the amount they actually buy, the academy they have, and just how they run the club. It's very well organized. Though it could be a normal SBC, remember last year we got a 100-player pack during Centurions? Yeah, I do remember that. So, yeah, nothing's off the table, I guess. Hey, Mumbo, what packs should I save for and how do I grind them? I have 100K. Paul, I would take a look at our menu grind playlist that's pinned in chatter in the description. We have a crap ton of videos showing you different steps of the grind and different grinds you can do. Whether you want to do the mix, whether you want to do premium, whether you want to do BPM, the amount of coins I'd recommend with it, what you can do into what, when you get good at maybe 1 or 2 runs, how you can put that to 5 to 10 with your coin situations. I'd start watching those and getting familiar in terms of a menu grind. Me personally, I'd recommend the mix. Mix. And start scaling that with maybe lib stud bidding and flipping. Yep, no problem, buddy. And we're going to be heading out in like 7 minutes, boys. So if you guys got any huge questions or things you want to talk about in the meantime, feel free to let me know. But we're getting close to wrapping up. And also, too, reminder, if you guys are watching a video and you come back to ask a question about the video, that's fine. I would love to answer it. But also feel free to leave your question in the comments of the said video, because it's so much easier for me to go in later when I get that notification. See that Paul Wilson commented on the mix grind. I get this part, but I'm confused on how I scale this to 5 to 10 runs. And then I can go in and answer that. And if anyone else has that same question while they watch the video, they'll see my reply in real time on that comment, which helps out not only just you, but people down the line. There's people that will come here this week if League SBCs refresh that maybe never heard of the Mixed League before or never wanted to do it, but then we convince them to try it and then they pack something crazy out of it. Or they start running and doing hundreds a week. And then they couldn't imagine life without it anymore. That's a cool thing. Dude, I need to do a count on the amount of libs and suds we're getting tradable. We are cooking right now. Absolutely cooking. And my favorite thing about our coin situation with this grind is all the additional packs that we're saving in the process. Not because we're saving those necessarily for Team of the Year, but it's like we're starting to stockpile gold player packs, gold upgrades. Got some 3 common gold player packs. And those things are like crafting upgrades or player picks, or when we do go back to the premium, restocking the club will be huge. It'll be huge. So huge. Imagine they get rid of it, I'd be fuming. I wouldn't be fuming if they replaced it with something, which ultimately I feel like they're eventually going to go to the point of exchange type grinds, but at a lower level instead of League SBCs. I think the reason for that is you can see when exchanges come out, a lot of the people who play the game to at least a certain level engage with it and learn how to do them. But then the inverse is when they go away or a new year starts, a lot of those people don't know how to menu grind without exchanges. So I think EA is going to collect that data and say, hey, maybe we need to give more daily stuff. We need to give them something that they can grind into this. Not give them a crazy chance at a insane pull, but keep them on the menus and keep them grinding. I think the winter provisions is a perfect example of that. If we get more things like winter provisions packs, but lower end, I would personally myself love a capped SBC if it's great value. Like if I could start submitting teams of, here's a perfect example. If we got the same exact winter provisions pack, but instead of 385s, I could do a team of just gold commons and a team of gold rares and get 2 tradable silver packs. Something like how the, was it 80 plus times 10 player pick or whatever is out right now. If I could get that same exact thing with tradable packs, that grind would be absolutely awesome. Or they could make it where it's like, oh, 80 rated team and an 81 rated team. Or an 82 rated team and an 83 rated team. And all those kind of leftover cards we have from the grind we can chuck back into there. Get more liquid coins. I'd be balling. But yeah, if they do bring that back out, but there's changes, we'll make videos on the changes or updates to the grind. If they don't bring it back out and they replace it with something else, we'll make a video on what we're doing then. Don't freak out. Don't think that you don't have to save for Team of the Year now. There will be stuff no matter what. It might look a little different. We don't know. But we will always adapt. And we are officially on 17,000 steps. Let's go. 17,380. Thomas Asante, cold. Thomas Asante, I feel like would absolutely ball in the Bundesliga. He has like Europa League player written all over him. He could be like a not a Utrecht baller. FC Utrecht is Eredivisie team. Like Union Berlin. Be absolutely cold. 83 plus Team of the Week upgrade worth it. If you have a bunch of dupe storage that you need to get rid of, it can be a great way to clear it. In terms of the stuff in your club, probably not. But if you're low on Team of the Weeks and you think Team of the Weeks will be needed for stuff down the line or you need them now, yeah, definitely build some so that you can not have to buy them off the market. Alright, boys, that is going to be it for today. If you did enjoy the stream, do me a favor. Smack that like button. Subscribe if you're new. We will be back Wednesday, aka tomorrow, but for some of you, it's tomorrow already. We'll be back 4 hours after new content, so we'll see what comes out at new content. If there's a new grind or if they replace League SBCs with something else, we won't be able to make a video that same exact day and upload it. The video will come out the next day, but we'll go over it on stream. So yeah, take it easy, guys. God bless. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you then. Peace.